think with the track record that he's slowly been kind of adding up, that criticism's fair. And now he's got to lead one of the world's best, if not the best, to ever do it, alongside Bit, Ime, and JL. Big shoes to fill, as Navi have gone international. That in and of itself is something I didn't know I would ever have to say. But you don't need to speak English to hit headshots. That's the reality of the situation here for Bit as he falls back through CT, gets pressured around Temple, and JL finds one through smoke. We've got Ime posted up. That A main play, however, comes through, and it's the Buzz and Borup split that's going to give an Astalis bomb plant over on the site.
Okay, that not a bad round here for Astalis. Retake, well, a semblance of it here, starting to take form, but I don't know if they have enough resources to get this going. No smoke in play right now. Yeah, no kid as well.
Nade goes out, finds Stair, solid impact. And a bit more pressure on the site itself. Stair gets cleared out by Alexi. There we go. Something to work with. But Simple's gushed, and that's not ideal. We've got 5 seconds on the 10-second stick already down.
They're not peeking him.
Peeking him at all. Alexi B with a 10-second defuse. Oh, get wrecked.
That's a good place to start. They had no kit. They had no smoke. And they had a 3v4 retake.
All right.
And no one peeked the guy who was defusing.
Okay, we've got our answer. Great. I can't believe that when we had Stair on screen before this, you know, the Blast brought up the fact that he is the second youngest player at this event, barring Monacy. He is 18 years old. The fact that Stair is 2 years younger than even Buzz, that took me an extra second to process today.
Yeah, and because he's already had so much experience, actually, just working his way through Tier 2 for a long time, and no Academy League presence, and so it just sort of felt like, oh, this is probably like a 22-year-old player.
Yep,
you know,
that's what I would have bet.
Out already. So a very impressive resume at such a young age.
And a long-awaited Astralis debut as far as he's concerned.
I'll say, very hard to say what maps matter right now because these two teams are just learning about themselves and each other. But if anything, I would say this is kind of nice for Navi. For the players that are coming on, JL, Ime. Excuse me, we're going with Ime, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Ime told us that you pronounce it Ime. And I think before he told you Imma.
Yep.
So should we listen to him again?
I think we should.
Okay.
I think we should. He sat down on a podcast, you know, put on his good shirt and corrected course.
Gotcha.
So I feel like...
And Shui's now Shui. He told me Shuhei.
Yes, he did. Once upon a time.
Now he's going for Shui.
You know, Flame Z once said Flame Z, not Flames, but then he also said, no, it's Flames, and then he backtracked.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of back and forth out there.
Can't be a good CS player unless you're a snake, huh?
It's always been simple, though.
It's true. That's why we like him the most. All right. So, but yeah, for the two players that came in JL and Ime, they, like, during the Paris Major, like, Ancient is where they had some of their biggest wins. They were clearly very, very good at the map. And actually, what's interesting is that, JL eliminated Alexi on Ancient, right? And that's sort of why they both were teamless for a second. Why JL got the call to Navi, and why Alexi got a chance to play for another team, because he got cut from NIP after that tough loss. Which maybe wouldn't happen, right, if it wasn't for the Ancient game versus Apex.
If only Ninjas could have been top 8.
Then what?
Then maybe we wouldn't be looking at JL.
We'd have a boring off season.
Seeing JL and Ime in the hotel lobby the other day, I said, extended that branch. I said, it's really cool to see you guys again, because you never know when it's going to be like the one-off event. I have not cast Apex outside of the Paris Major, and so all of those individuals, I don't know when I get to watch them play.
Yeah.
But for having both of them here, it's just cool that that's success. It just goes to show you one great tournament can change your life and your trajectory as a pro player. And the fact that they are the two stars that turned Navi international. Wild scenes. But we've got a slow work here through Cave, looking to play off that AK spam. Nothing really done yet, and suddenly this goes through Donut. So it's the A hit coming through pretty quickly. Ime is going to hear all the footsteps. He's on high alert with the FAMAS. They're going to line up in front of him. Double kill for him and for Simple. And it is Blame F's Desert Eagle to keep this one going. Just enough time for the bomb plant because the A main player is so pushed. Bit sprints in. Blame comes off the plant. No money. and no further chance as it is Navi to convert 3-0.
Almost in jeopardy of dying after time, but doesn't happen. And so because he wasn't really sugarcoating the rest of it, I sort of believe that part. And we can see that is the case. Now, yeah, there have been many players in history to have great deep runs at big events that we never hear from again. So it's hard to get excited about every single one that happens, but got to take him case by case. And when we saw Ime play at the Paris Major, he was, you know, honestly fantastic.
Smoke held onto here for Borup as they do pop out A main. Flash is good. Stare catching, Bit looking. Upgrading into the AK himself. Also picked up a smoke grenade. That'll help him contain mid-control. Lets him turn attention back, and Simple nearly dove that bomb fast enough to stop it. Stare's gonna win the duel. Remember, the one gun picked up. And suddenly we've got a tough spot for Navi. They've got util to put on top of the bomb. No problem there, but still no kit on this round. No kit. Another 10-second defuse needed. If these Ts don't come peeking at the bomb site, we've got problems here for Navi. Alexi catches Stare. He gets back on top of it. Ime's going to need to cover. Kills Device easily. Spam off of the mark. Alexi down to the 3-second mark. He's going for it again. And those shots aren't going to connect. A second 10-second defuse.
10 seconds
coming through from Alexi.
in 4 rounds.
Why not?
You can't compete with. They found another smoke. Itex came out of the Astralis talent system, had spent more time getting ready for this, whereas Buzz, I think, was sort of just found by Device, who he had played a lot of pugs with, I think, over the past year. But maybe it's a situation where you couldn't really go wrong.
That's the first time we've said his name so far, Device. Now swinging the big green, looking for Astralis' 5v4, which almost came by way of punishing that Ime mid-aggression. Even though he's down on 20 health, still clammed up the box, still took that fight outside of B. But Astralis just let them burn off the util. Now they'll get some control back themselves.
I just realized both these teams are probably going to play like Navi now.
And is that a good thing?
No.
No? Oh, okay. Device.
Ooh, Flash is a bit earlier than JL's peak.
A micro mistiming. It's going to throw Simple into the middle of the site. Alexi still has a frag to work with as he sits back lane, and Simple close smoke. Multiple bodies on the other side of that one. 30 seconds, though. It's going to be Astralis down to the wire. They've got everything they need. They've scoured middle, seen that it's clear. No flank fast means everyone focusing forward. And a frag grenade from Alexi does find its mark. Softens up too. Simple finishes the bomb carrier. That'll slow things down for the moment. But that close rotating bit going down pushes all this onto Alexi. Can't find it. Bomb is planted. And a fallback off of the site from one, leaving Device playing on the pillar. And that support in Ime, as said, already so low. It's a little rush attempt from Alexi, but this one's done, and it's Astralis with their first.
Yeah, there might have been a chance there if Alexi kept walking to take out Device in that situation, but just to replay it, I misspoke. It was JL peeking a bit before the flash, and I think, or maybe the flash didn't go deep enough. I did see Device look like an after image flash from his perspective, but not exactly sure. But I think that's where they find the opening to take B, so we should probably go back and check that moment out again. Either way, you mentioned Device when he shows up and he wins a round.
Minute off the B hit. It is, of course, the open door here for Astralis.
And by calling like Navi, I'm saying, you know, blame F, calling in a way that he would play around. So maybe a bit slowed down. And then Alexi already calls pretty slowly generally. He does call some rush rounds, but would say 70% of the time it's slower defaults, and Navi already were akin to that style, which is something that I actually could understand for why they might want to try him. Alexi is a micromanager. He plays a lot of slow defaults. That's very Navi-esque.
Ooh, Ime gets Borup and a second. Blame tries to go running in, but I mean, sectioned off duels. Ime knows his time is limited. He'll fight all the way to death. Stare burns him out, but that's still Stare down to 40. Device now scouring into Donut, clips Bit.
And that's like an A split opened up totally.
It is bomb spotted at the same time, so CT is aware of that. Alexi gets
outside.
aggressive over towards lane, but him versus Stare and a 2 versus 2 towards site. Oh, big pickup from him.
Yeah, that was a bad peek from Stare.
Device and Buzz gonna hold off, and another lost duel pushes Device into the clutch. Op shots coming out of CT spawn, knows about the Temple player and Alexi B. He's got the whole picture put in front of him. It's just about pushing the buttons in that perfect golden sequence. And with 1 down already, he gets that close push. Simple playing with him, but a no-scope connects, and Alexi closes that gap. This time, still no kit, and so no clutch.
Can't do 3 10-second diffuses in 1/2. Would you look at that? Nice try, Device. Great shot with the no-scope, and a second round on the board for Astalis.
Ooh. Careful. Ooh, missed flick out of Simple. Fast pop. It's a commitment from Astralis here. Borup on the entry. Majority pistols, of course, here for Navi. So with the back lane control and the headshot through smoke on the op, this one's done. And that Device 1v3 ends up giving Astralis a 3rd round win already.
What are the odds that we as a collective consciousness overreact to the result of this game?
Very high. Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm ready to lose my shit. Yeah, if Alexi beat
Who do
top
you want
frags
cut?
on this
just
new
like pick
roster.
2 guys on each team. We can just put their names down now.
Okay, I'm taking Alexi because all the haters want him to fail. And
You're saying you're just one more of them. Is that what you're saying?
no, I want to see him succeed.
Oh, what do you mean you're taking Alexi then?
Oh, as in like he's mine. Any of his success, I will reflect that success.
Oh, okay. I was asking for us to pick 2 players from each team to cut in case
Oh, to cut.
our team loses. Yeah.
Whoa.
You don't have to pick now.
I'll think about it. I mean, my biggest question mark around this Navi situation and the whole switch to English communication is going to be Bit. Bit somebody who his English is weak. We know that already. There was an interview. Navi did like a boot camp, YouTube vlog. Simple was asked, "Will you help Bit with English?" Simple answered, "Only God can help him with English." I don't know if he was talking about himself.
Yeah, dude.
But,
the long way to say yes.
Yeah, the question's out on the communication. And we know how long even a guy like Zaiwu was stunned by switching to a second language. And so time will tell. Time will tell. But that to me is the earliest warning sign as opening kills come through. It is Blame F and Device with 1 apiece, and a quick peek from Borup. Yeah, headshot onto Alexi. Takes damage, but so be it. The AK's best. And the FAMAS, no cleanup needed, as it's not an overcommitment from the T's.
And the CT's hoping it's just a complete fake. They're going to start to walk away from this.
This is that Blame F timing, right?
Yeah, they're going to play it. They're going to play it slow.
Blame says, "Hold on, guys. I haven't got my steps in." But nothing wrong with this. You play to win.
There's nothing wrong with it.
And it's going to tie the game off.
There's nothing like morally wrong with playing slowly, but
yeah, no one's going to hell.
you can still be,
for
you can still be
like
mad. You can still be mad.
Yeah. For it's a play style that definitely ruffles some feathers, but nobody's.
I'm fine.
Nobody's burning for eternity for playing like this. No matter how mad you get at them in your face at games, everybody gets away with it. Who did you have taking this matchup, out of curiosity?
Not a fucking clue, man. I have no idea. Like, I really don't. I think the odds were like 2.3.
I think that, the signings for Astralis, to me, it's like the star potential here for Navi is astounding. That's proven in Paris. I think I agree with the desk where like Borup was kind of like, oh, okay, fill in the blank, but It's working well here as he's caught out Simple through the side of the smoke. Everybody dead here in this. Astralis go for the fast mid control. They want to get their hooks around the B site quickly, and they've done so. Poor Ime has not really been given a chance to shine on these rotates to the site, and he's cut down by Blame F instantly. It's Blame F, the forward-facing Blame F. The deepest position of all here in this round.
Yeah, I think they are playing some spawn-based CS right now and taking advantage of their mid plays. So that's worked out pretty well to get them the 2 straight. Now the money, a little awkward for Navi. So, okay, they can play fast. And slowing down in the mid to late rounds, that makes sense while you're still trying to make sure they do everything correctly, right? If you've got the time on the clock, why not do it?
Straight through smoke, no problem. It's this donut player coming back and assuming things had been left safe, but, you know, Bit took that risk when he went through the smoke the first time.
Yeah, the config spawn right there.
A lethal mistake. So Astralis with 5 in a row. Responding to Navi's 4. Guns back up. So far we got a game, but I like the fluidity of Astralis at the moment. Ooh, don't like that. It's straight up through the B ramp that they face JL, and his A4 sprays down 2 with ease. What's the recovery plan here for Astralis? Because of the nature of that B ramp push, you have no control elsewhere, so you have to follow through and hope that somebody's just going to give you the frags to equal this one out. And so far, that's the case. Device catches the second, gets himself the 3rd frag, Stare onto 4, and they bring it back 1v1. But Ime, it is eyes on bomb versus an 18-year-old Stare. A near Paris MVP performance in a 1v1 with a minute on the clock. And questions as to where each have gotten off to.
Yeah, this will be a real test of Stare. I mean, it looks like they're still trying to talk about things, but the duel will take place. And Ime hits a headshot, but he doesn't have an AK, so that's a win for Stare. Nicely done, holding his nerve.
Ooh.
Not an easy guy to win duels versus.
Masters. That was being exposed to Buzz earlier than others, and even then I have a better understanding of Stare. So
Was Buzz in the Academy League?
yeah.
Oh,
I thought so.
I didn't. I thought it was just alt. I didn't even realize that. I thought he just came from
Maybe I'm just making stuff up.
the Pugs with Device, but we did do a lot of seasons. Okay. Alexi, it's a little extra damage. There's still some pressure from the CT side, but I mean, Stare actually doesn't have to move. They can kind of pester him, but it's hard to approach, especially with that smoke fading in a few seconds. There he comes out to take the duel, stands his grounds.
It's a good thing you're here to keep me honest. Yeah, Buzz definitely never played for Astralis Talent.
Okay. Yeah, so the story is, I know it, is that he just buddies with Device, and they just cute a lot together. I watched some of their games on Face It, but I don't really know much about Buzz beyond that.
Tough pill to swallow for all the talent guys as Buzz pops onto the scene.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I was sort of like Altex supporter.
Well, then, you know what? This just confirms that's why I have spoken about him less. Because he wasn't even coming from the talent.
No, absolutely, yeah.
Imagine that.
It's cool, though. Like I've said it before, it's like, you know, it would be weird if Device is one of those players, like, if he's going to vouch for you, we should all just, like, see, you know? Like,
Sure.
if he's going to throw out a vouch.
Benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nasty, Stare. It's going to work, too.
It's good stuff. It's a good-looking T-side right now. Astralis do like an Ancient.
Simple with the D gone Buzz, but that's 7 in a row coming through for the Danes.
Remember, this is Navi 4 rounds with 2 10-second stick diffuses.
If not for that, what would they have? On an individual level, Stare is looking like the sharpest in the server. Top fragger for Navi, Alexi B. A game for complexity yesterday. Without Elige yesterday, that very well could have been the NIP win. 3 top fragging performances out of him, because he is a star. Let's see it, Simple. 7 and 9. JL, give it another attempt to mow them down top ramp, but the spacing does not work to his benefit. His nade, though, does catch Stare. And Device will return the favor. Last time they picked up that 3v5 inside the bomb site, it was a double kill from Device. Borup peaks, and that's the end of him. looking comfortable here for Navi. This looks like a very winnable retake, especially with Buzz cut out of the bomb site, but he at least burns JL with him, so it's 1 on the back lane, 2 stuck inside of cave. BlameF the only one with health here to hold on, and that bomb at the halfway point, Alexi has a kit for the first time on this half, I swear. They jump out from the... Hold on. Simple clears the corner, and now Device, yeah, too low. There it is. Simple 2 kills in the retake. Navi have an answer.
Yeah, Simple dealt with that really well. You know, even if he messed up that peak where he threw the smoke first and BlameF got 1 kill, things could have got looks like we've got to push a little bit, but that's also where it became a lot easier for Navi to retake as they sat patiently and grabbed those frags.
Astalis looking to keep up the tempo, but change the target. Oh, Device catching Simple on the re-peek. Problems in the bomb site. Still a couple defenders, but they don't need to push their luck. They don't need to press this issue, not at all. Bit dives flash, expecting some kind of a jump up. Alexi looks towards mid, catches a duel against Borup. Oh, but what goes around comes around.
Wow.
And Blame with the counter wallbang.
He said, I love that wallbang.
As Stare simultaneously gets aggressive. Dude, this is, I love this. The op contact A, the fallback mid peak, and not just Borup on his own, but BlameF there, and Stare slides into the open space, just playing with Navi and forcing them to accept this reality that a hard reset of the economy looms.
Yeah, right now Astralis look great. They are doing everything correctly. Like you're saying, when you see them pull off 2 ideas in the same round with the default going, and it's not all in on this 1 peak towards long, and they find a good way to set up their opera all at the same time. It's not much more you can ask for from a T-side team. And to be honest, I think JL he's using similar spots sometimes in B side. He's getting pulled away from the B side in moments which are really great for Astralis. So I think he's having a lot of trouble over there, even though he's got a good amount of kills. He had his 1-2K spray down on the holding. Mechanically, he's fine, but in terms of working the map, you got to give it up to Astralis.
Looking to clear them out. Bit holds on to Simple's op. And that's a hell of a responsibility, but pressure from both ends. Important save. Oh, he's hanging on, but Blame clears him. Because the last...
You're allowed to take that fight. Put a little spam down in the mid. You're the one who usually comes up roses. Can't get too upset about it, but a nice spray from BlameF. Wrapping up this first half, and now Navi, no rifles. Waiting for round 15.
Throwing the deagle up. Will he get an angle here?
He can, yeah.
Whoop. Device with the advantage. Alexi, they see the 2-man boost in the back, so Alexi goes down ramp. I like that. Nice little play when you're working with lesser weapons. Definitely caught Device off guard. And curiously, that's also bomb control. Not necessarily given to Navi, but definitely put in question.
Yeah.
Borup's nervous about having to go clear this, but he sees the CTs have fallen back. That's 3 confirmed on this bomb site, so Stare better be cautious if he pushes in. Simple's waiting for him. Buzz just looking to confirm numbers. That's still 1 over on A. Stare. Oh, goes for the wall bang, and then Simple's going to jump on him right then and there. This would be a perfect little round for Navi to at least add to the scoreboard. They have lost the half no matter what.
Whoa, where's that bomb going?
It's kind of floating around as Buzz and Blame pick up a kill. I mean, B-site could still be cleared out. It will be. Buzz, 3 and 11 at the start of this round, picks up 2 kills when Navi look to have robbed away the round. And with still spare time to plant with ease. Rotator gets denied. BlameF and Buzz go deep. A triple kill from Buzz when Astralis absolutely need it.
Yeah, that's a great round. Another one with patience. And they really started out this the first part of this half. BlameF has an IGL who hasn't called for a long time. We don't know how much he's learned about the game and how much he's changed. And Borup, somebody who our last memories of him on Heroic were forgettable. He was like, okay. Not entirely surprised that, you know, that didn't work out in the end. But he's also been actively playing. He hasn't just disappeared. So... You know, we can't think about players as people who don't evolve and think.
They are human after all. Yeah, some more than others. Oh, Simple. Okay, gets one back at least. That head-to-head between him and Device was definitely tainted the way of Device. And the nade, nah, bad bounce. They pull back. See, again, no overcommitment. Why not? Buzz plays top middle. Now, this is when, like, that internal timing of Blame F can actually work out wonderfully, but they also don't fully peel back. Blame F gets Alexi, who just came off the angle. Crosshair placement was good until the half second before that peak. Ooh, this could unravel things. They've got the CTs corralled, and the right call here is move that bomb to A. Buzz plays the opposite side. He's got them locked in. You just have to beat Ime, who is honestly having a rough game. But he wins that duel. Adds a little layer of support over towards this other site. Final round of the half, so you know they're going to swing with it. Bomb plant secured. Bit goes to contest it, but it's great cover coming out of Blame. Simple's been spotted, and Blame F with a second headshot. Now Simple feels stuck in the open, and sure enough, Astalis.
So, hey, T side will be very interesting. You know, we'll get to see what Astalis, yes, Navi's going to bring. It's certainly going to be different than their last iteration, and they'll have more of a say in how they want to control the map.
I saw a lot of problem solving coming out of Astralis in the first 15. Something we'll praise as they look to pick up map 1. Presence inside of the caves. Dual Berettas at the front. Stair plays site a little more passively. We've got no kit, but we do have a smoke and double flashes for Astralis. Exec util out. Berettas go running in, and Borup just guns down Ime. Alexi kills Device with the flames. Stair tries to peek and then falls back, so they'll have to play rotate and retake with that long play all the way through T-spawn from Blame F. You should know that he's going to take the longest road. But is it enough to slip in between the two players holding that back line? Simple and Bit have left an opening for Blame F to slide through. But remember, 10-second defuse. And he's just waiting and waiting. And Simple has rotated back over towards Cave, so now Bit, he is fully exposed on this flank, and he's looking at sight because the Cave players can't help. But by getting shot in the back, now he dives into the corner, and you'd think this sight control should just be enough. That defuse just not soon enough, unfortunately. Buzz gets cleared off the site, and it is Navi to...
Whoa, what about these guys?
Yeah, Blame F's got his own ideas, and we're getting an example of it now.
I see. This is what happens when you change colors. This will probably be the least that a CT's ever walked across a map in a live round.
Mm-hmm. And Blame
only
F
going
called it.
backwards. Yeah. So slow they went backwards. And look at these poor suckers on Navi trying their hardest to clear out all these angles. With these big weapons. Ooh, so scary.
Ooh. Look at me with my grenades.
You guys look like pansies right now.
Shout out Lauren Scott.
Shout out to Pansy.
They're still nervous.
They're calling all these
scared.
strats, figuring out how to use their utility, working through their protocols, frumpy eyebrows. In some way, they did get played this round. You know, they tried too hard.
Bomb has been planted.
Losers.
As somebody who can't speak 2 languages, Launders,
I can speak French.
how daunting of a task does it seem?
한국말 할 수 있습니다.
What?
네?
Okay, I take it all back. Never mind.
Fine, you can just ask the question anyway.
I was going to say, how daunting of a task does it seem to have to, you know, be Bit in this situation? Because when you speak 2 languages like that, it's like you hear English, you need to comprehend the English, and to comprehend it, sometimes you have to translate it back into your native language, and then you answer the question in your native language within your mind, but then you have to translate your language into English in order to speak. All this, we're talking, you know,
language.
Sure, it might be fast, man, but it's not as quick as just flicking that native mother tongue.
We complain about like 1 millisecond of input lag on our monitors, so like think about live translating a different language. Yeah, it's not easy. But the only difference is that like when you play everyone plays FPL, you have a different lexicon just for CS. So that's the thing that makes it a little easier. Like Patsy on Liquid, for example, he was talking about like, oh, he thought himself he was gonna have problems, but played enough, you know, international pugs basically that he already has the vocabulary for CS specifically.
That's a fair point.
So that's something at least.
Long angle to play with an A1S. They disassemble the boost before the nade comes out. All good. Let's see it, Alexi. What you cooking? Sometimes we can get some very elaborate rounds out of Alexi. Fakes and rotates and whatnot, but with the limited amount of time he's had with this team, 1 week of preparation. What's it gonna be? 3 outside of the site, 4th looking to come join them in the low HP JL, and just leaving Ime top mid. Oh, he gets caught. Buzz winning on the fading smoke, so full-blown exec out from A main. Nobody inside sight to actually stop this, but Astalis will favor themselves a fancy little retake. Waiting for the smoke to evaporate. We get the backside position taken up by Simple. Bit up in Temple, but only with the MAC-10. And nobody actually coming at him, so he's going to be looking for a duel that's simply not going to happen just yet. A first tap out of Borup. Simple activates from box. Now everybody's going to be looking for him, and it's Buzz to strike him down. Low health for JL, caught by Stare, who catches a double out of Temple.
Wow, they moved nice on that retake, man. The way they were coming in on all these angles, there was no easy fight for Navi to take. They did a really good job of covering each other. You got
Blames individuals, not under question. Stare, 19 frags now, top fragging. Device getting in some impactful moments. And Blame just waits and peeks perfectly, but Simple's accuracy recovers in time. Device not working with the op now, just stuck in the side of Temple, but Bit comes through, not clearing, and with the last bullet, Ime gets dropped. A repeat.
No way, no
Device
way.
just straight up dual Simple through smoke, drops bomb,
just
and
never
puts
left.
Astralis on 12.
He just never left. He just never left. I don't know if they just cleared him properly. That's a whole different round. You know, he was probably the one who was scared.
With reason to be.
Oh man, nothing going right here.
But the first 2 players that he ends up taking his fight against are Bit and Ime, and both of those
Harder unnecessarily. Bit of an unforced error there for Navi.
My, oh my.
Just gonna say this a million times. I'm loving the Stare debut. He looks very composed.
Flame F. Racking up some easy ones. Alexi now picking up the M4, but caught out by the rotate. Bomb given over. Simple, nothing yet. Make that 13, folks. Ooh.
And unlike when we had Altex and Buzz playing at the same time, there was so much sort of like immaturity. You could see it. Like 2 players trying to put their best foot forward, but not knowing all the proper reactions, how to do things confidently, watching their demos. There's a lot of stepping in and stepping out of situations. Now it's kind of just Buzz, but like Stare actually has already a lot of experience, even for his age. And you can see it. There's way more conviction in his.
E.g. Black. None of those guys are as young as Stare. None of them. All these debuts from players.
There's too many Europeans.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. But there's not actually a lot of them in the big picture. There's just a lot of them in Counter-Strike.
In Counter-Strike, yeah.
You know?
In our world.
America, there's a lot of people there.
That's true.
But, not clicking heads in Counter-Strike.
No.
Device with a chance at a snapshot.
Oh.
No.
Now this is a real test of reaction speed, you know? If you hit this, it's Guinness level. Come on.
No.
Still coming in for it, though.
Yeah, he wants it. And Alexi, he's let his guard down now. Goes for the util middle. Oh, Alexi, 2 kills. The Stare and Borup push ahead of the op. And Navi have found an opening middle
know.
because it's all just understaffed.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's dead, so.
But man advantage has not meant much. It's been taken away from Navi multiple times already.
True.
Notably in the first half. Why not have it happen as you look to hold off bomb sites? It's been equalized 2v2. Bit and JL need to synergize, communicate, get on the same page to take down Device and Buzz. Two guys who play pugs together regularly. That's where synergy should be high. I want to see it.
Oh, he's patrolling, and so is Bit.
Yeah.
Nice shot. Right between the eyes. And now Buzz, I mean, he has every right to go and try this 1v2. It's a fresh smoke, but I'll see. Looks like he's going to say no.
You see, it's everybody forgets they're questioning Bit's English, but they forget about his third language, and that's just headshots.
To think maybe they can afford that. So we'll see, but that might be a little bit too charitable. I don't really know. Everybody in Counter-Strike has to be able to play 4 or 5 roles in a round sometimes.
Sure. Well, I don't question Bit's work ethic. I think that's one thing when we saw him come into Navi, he had his notepad at all times.
That's true.
Like he's a student of the game, and I think that generally people with that skill set can apply it to things like learning languages. I've heard he's watching films in English. I heard he's text messaging in English. He's
that's good, yeah.
He's being forced to in that regard, as much as I'm sure he wants to. We know Bit's rookie debut was phenomenal. He knows what the highs feel like, and as a competitive person, he wants to get there as soon as possible, just like Emade wants to get towards mid, but gets denied by Blame F, who
He was kind of getting smoked.
Kind of getting owned.
He had a couple of really good rounds earlier in the first half, but long time since then.
6 and 17. A couple lost duels to the A4 where he hits the headshot, but the AK just bests him. And those will get your blood boiling. .5v4 Astalis for a 14th. Simple's hunting. Top mid peak could come through on a moment's notice. And now Bit's going to have to hold this off, but both corners occupied. Little bit of health here for Bit. He turns attention away. Stair peeks on that. And Alexi just waiting. Catches Borup, but not that second kill.
2 double pushes, and they still have 2 players inside B.
Stair slides along smoke into the cubby. And with JL preoccupied for the long peek, which doesn't go his way, now Stair can just move forward and kill Simple as if it's nobody's business.
Wow.
It's 14 to Astralis, total control of the round.
They want mid control. They're going to get it, and they have set ways of going to do so. Navi didn't really show that at all in the first half.
They wanted to go fast. It gets stuffed out by Molotovs for now. In our pregame interview, we had Alexi B saying that he thinks both these teams will be unprepared to play these maps and that he'll expect it to come down to XVX situations more frequently than not.
He said, like, fully prepared, yeah.
Yeah. Astralis,
Yeah, they look awesome.
Looking fluid. Deagle contact, but nothing made possible. Borup just wants to pull back, and Simple's not going to let you get away. Simple trying to do his absolute damnedest to draw back this round.
I mean, mid control again.
Big pack of Navi players made it into cave.
Oh, and they made noise actually running around that side. Whoa, 2 bullets have left their guns this round. Both Deagle shots.
Peek from Stair, nice spray control, but there's a player close. Smoke on ramp at the same time. Bomb gets dropped in cave. He goes back for more, and Simple's now all that's left over. This is going to take 4 Deagle kills out of Simple if they want to win it. His back's exposed to mid. He could grab that bomb and leave.
They know he's in cave, so they don't have to go much farther. Bomb is towards the site.
Time's limited.
We're going to need a little bit more than magic to win this one, but it is simple, so let's see.
AK now. If he wins the fight towards ramp, he could plant on the opposite side of pillar. That would give him a safe post plant, but Buzz is getting ever closer the entire time. 5 seconds now. Not even a kill out of Simple with the gun. So
that a bullet?
15.
Yeah, it looked like they've had no issues looking like the dominant team, so.
It's a spread out offense as they look to avoid losing Ancient. Borup just chilling in the corner. Riskiest position of all the CTs, and he's about to get his contact. Nice headshot coming out a bit. Good find for the 5v4. Little bits of utility here to work with. Who gets active next from Astralis? It's Device through Donut. Ooh, missed shot.
When he knows more is coming.
Ima's able to get top mid. Could go prying forward.
The fact that he doesn't fall away, man.
Feels like somebody's got to do something, and Device happy to pick up those reins. Ime's making sound, gets plucked off the play. Device with the re-peek, pressured by Util. Now it's going to get real close, uncomfortably close, and he misses another chance, but he's still alive and kicking. And he kills Alexi as Blaine catches a frag elsewhere. Finally, he dies. Finally, the door's been reopened here for the T side, but now they have to push, pressing out through smoke, and into the site has gone simple. He's just looking to give cover to JL for the plant, and that counter-terrorist peels back to join his teammate from spawn. Buzz gets aggressive, peeks out, catches Simple, catches both, and closes map 1 to the favor of Astralis, not in a nail-biting fashion, but a blowout.
Round. You know, that's what the beginning of the season's all about, is overreacting. So let's just have some fun with it.
Let's lose our shit.
I do hope you're getting your luggage back, though.
Yeah, it's somewhere. It's out there. Smoke towards main. No contact. Nobody from Astralis. Keeping eyes. Borup takes a quick glimpse. Doesn't see it, but we've got majority downstairs already. Navi wasting no time slicing through this defense, as they've already got footing on the bomb site, or they're about to. They wait a couple extra seconds to get numbers in control room. Alexi and Borup somehow playing ring around the rosy outside on the AC unit, and in the end, it's going to be Astralis 5v4 retake. So that could have been way worse. If Alexi's still alive upstairs somewhere, problematic.
We saw great Ancient retakes, but we always know Astralis could do Ancient retakes.
How about Nuke? JL goes walking up the ramp, has his head taken off. Ema and Simple kill a piece. CTs maintain, and then Simple and Bit look to make the difference. Simple is now dead, so Bit runs away, and Device gets outplayed as he's thinking maybe he played stairs. Bit goes over towards Vent instead with no kit on this round. It is toast. It is done. It is Navi with a T-side pistol.
Yeah, that was just a perfect maneuver from Bit. No, nice shot from Device in the end, but bomb down. And Navi win the pistol, solid one on the attack. I mean, everything looks pretty good there from Astralis. Like, that's like fragged. Device was definitely the third best, I would say. But Stair was such a great debut. So much composure. Great shots being hit, but it really wasn't about his aim. I think it was actually about how fast he set up his util usage when he wanted to peek something.
Yeah, I liked his playmaking. Even when he was left on his own, you know, just applying the right amount of pressure in the right places at the right time.
You know, not being confused right when you hit tier 1 is really impressive. So,
and not to repeat ourselves, but that's because he's been on the brink of it for as long as he has. You know, playing for Sprout, you are exposed to good teams in Europe.
That's true, yeah.
Borup in the rafters, knows they're out. Ooh, Famas gets away from him. Bit picks up the duel with just the MAC-10. That's an open A site now for the bomb plant. Borup's able to stop something on that site, then maybe the rest of the players can flood out Vent, fly out Heaven, etc. But instead, it looks like Astralis cut their losses and want that scout in the next one.
Yeah, like you could micromanage that peak and be like, oh, you should have probably checked the hut while he knew Bit was wrapping around after he let him go the first time, and then whatever. But ultimately, should have also hit the Falma spray. Just lost to a MAC-10. I mean, like, I would have too, but it's relevant. You know what I mean? It's not relevant that I'm not good with the Falmas. So
when CS2 comes around and you have to build your loadout, you keeping the Falmas?
I don't use it in the first place, so no.
Wow. This guy.
You know, it took like 6 years to find out that the AUG was always too strong.
Sure.
I'm just going to find out on day 1. I mean, it's definitely not the MP7.
It's up for debate. Ooh, that landed. Scout through the box to soften up Okay. Well, listen, you played your chances. You know, I learned today as well, Device. Don't gamble. Shoot too many scout shots through that smoke. Simple's gonna send one right back. BlameF grabs that scout, moves it all the way over towards ramp. That's a huge rotation. Hell of an expedition. And unlike in the pistol, we've already got Astalis' players down here on this B site. So with so many members up in lobby for Navi, this is good. Ime crosses, they show the presence with that wall of smokes outside, and then they just keep their eyes fixated on the upper site instead. Lexi with a clear train of thought thus far. But we'll see what the guns can do in the next one. That's really the next test. 3-0 start for the T side.
I can't say I watched, too much of Stare outside of just, casually watching his Sprout games here and there, but this is one of his weakest maps, statistically speaking, so it might draw an interesting contrast to, the performance we saw in Ancient to now. Device and Blame Map, obviously not going to have any problems here, but then another Astralis story would be, I would say, Borup, who I think he just looks a little nervous, to be honest, because he got signed on for his aim. That's what he's always been known for, but he's not hitting the shots in front of him. So I think he's one who's clearly feeling the pressure a little bit.
It's hard to kill BlameF. Gets away with
he's like 130 HP, so.
As etc.
Is that what you would want?
Well, I got older and realized, actually, nah. I don't think that's... I don't think
no offense, I don't want that either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I look at guys like BlameF and
like, if I look like a Viking, then yeah, okay, I want that too. But
maybe I wouldn't have a competitive edge.
That's good, though. High self-esteem at a young age. That's good.
Yeah. I would just max charisma, maybe? Fingers crossed.
People like me, right?
Yeah. They don't want to beat me up. But I like this secret control. I like this tuck coming out of Astralis. It's BlameF who got in there real quick. Early warning sign, great distraction, and the Galil, their own gun against them. A consistency from Navi so far has been this test towards secret, and BlameF takes that test and passes with flying colors. Just a couple of bullets as well out of that A1S to serve up a perfect distraction, and now looking at a flawless round. 5 up out of Astralis. Guns make a hell of a difference.
Wow. Nice one from BlameF. I mean, he talked about ideas from your lurk on the other lurk on the map or the pack on the map to give you information so you can make a play for the whole team. But I would say in terms of stats, like, maybe he'll be in a good spot to actually not take too much of a hit. You never know. Besides, most of his stats are on CT side.
That was my hope for BlameF. That even though he's aware of the possibility of that statistical drop-off, his impact could take a hit.
He just wanted his fans to know.
Yeah.
To watch out,
It's a possibility. Especially when you've seen so many others before you fall down that same path. But so far, so good in the...
There's no correlation between, BlameF's high stats and Astralis having massive success, So...
Yep.
Maybe you can provide more as a caller.
JL goes for the peak, but Device kind of sliding between positions simultaneously. Smoke on main, but not for BlameF's angle. He decides to tuck it in anyways. Gonna give them that open floor. Let them get closer. He's gonna have support soon enough from Buzz, but Buzz also cautious about the possibility of the ramp hit.
And he can run away from this, and Blame has a great angle here.
All right. Taking on a lot of responsibility. Multiple players to line up. He's still changing positions. Now he's been spotted, so he...
Oh, no, he shot too early.
Should be dead. And is, sure enough. 3 players coming at him. Buzz has an angle.
Yikes.
Nothing. It is bit with the second headshot, but there is still that clock to contest with, and Stares inside control. Woo. No kills. Out of all of those pieces in position from Astralis, look at the health that's left over on Ima, Alexi, and Bit.
Yeah, the round was over if he gets the 1 kill. That bomb would get dropped and had to get picked up again. Control side still taking over. 8 seconds left over. So Alexi, he saves the day early like he did over on Ancient with his 10-second sticks. And yeah, Blame F got a bad timing. That's one thing. Buzz's spray was just not good. That's another. Also, if you're going to use the A1S, as it feels like there's more consensus these days that the A4 is the only gun to use. People have swung way back in that direction. So if you're going to use the A1S, you can't have sprays like that. You're not allowed anymore.
Told you I put my stats in charisma. Not strength and not intelligence and...
Like George W.
Yeah, baby. Fool me, can't get fooled again.
You're just an affable man.
All right. Bit not wasting any time as he goes over top. No sneaky secret presence out of Blame F either. The man looking like the A-site intended target, but it's the Rafter player in Stair that's going to drop him. And now Borup is stuck between boxes. Up close, Alexi dead. And JL gets the trade frag. A-site now belongs to Navi. Numbers equalized as Blame F snips Bit off the play. It's bomb front side site, JL on the opposite end, and Buzz, well,
Oh.
no pressure.
Oh my god, there's no way. They can't get the bomb back though. Blame F.
He got it. Simple grabbed the bomb.
Oh, was he sitting on it or did he just
away.
take it downstairs?
He just almost took it downstairs and delivered it to Blame F, but he gets away with 16 health. Flash out through main, Simple comes back around, kills Blame F. Buzz, not the second. Ooh.
Oh, that was messy.
Simple almost delivered that bomb to Blame F, and he
Yeah.
knows it.
Yeah. You know, maybe
A4 has more
A4,
bullets.
baby A4.
Just saying.
Yeah. You've got one of those, right?
No.
Oh, ancient.
Ancient. Nope. It's my Dust 2 Gold Arabesque
Oh,
to
it's Dust.
commemorate our first semifinals at a major.
Oh, yeah. And you're not allowed to sell it,
Nope.
even though you're rich now with that investment.
Yeah, I feel bad for the guy I bought it off. Poor guy. He trusted me. I messaged him on Steam. I said, listen, man, I see what you got. Let me buy that. He said, are you really scrawny? I said, yeah.
And then you ask for the scrawny discount. Ooh, nice
Simple
angle
shuts
here.
down pistols, all good. He did send it first, though. He just sent me a multi-$1,000 skin out of trust.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust you either.
I almost, I thought about it.
Thought about what?
Nothing.
Interesting.
Quick ramp play, down they go. Yeah, sorry, Astralis. You had your chance in the last round.
No worse feeling than having to rotate with a Mag 7.
Yeah. Your only option is to get up into lobby, and well, you got Simple waiting for you.
Does Stair have an interesting keyboard position? I feel like I could see both his hands on the key. No, never mind. Thought they were almost like overlapping for a second, but
Looks standard. There's what?
yeah.
Device gets aggressive. Ooh, Ime's got to be careful. Oh, jumps over with the flash, and he gets away at least. But the setup's unraveled at the gate. Fast rotate towards Hell. Device trying to reposition that AWP, but no rush out of Navi just yet. Okay, substantial damage coming out of Simple.
Wow, Device was deep outside. Now they're taking over ramp all before a minute. This is good movements here from Astralis, but will they get the kills? That's the big question.
1, yes. 2, no.
Why inspect your gun like that, honestly?
Simple.
Oh,
tearing
another
them up.
3K.
Yeah. One-man army here from Simple. That's what we needed to see. We're talking about Simple on Nuke. 13-4.
You see his view models just taking up like his entire screen on that swing? Maybe it was an accident. Did see Borup hit the inspect and hit a crazy shot earlier, but I don't know if that was him. Either way, Simple taking control.
Simple fans rejoice. It's a round to be proud of. Because he looked rather human back on Ancient.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the other tricky part of the conversation with Navi. Because sort of like the objective, sort of looking at that point that he could pull off a #1 again. So with this much change and if he's going to taper off at all, what does that mean for 2023? That's a massive question. And that puts even more pressure on like Alexi V's shoulders, for example. If he's going to get a player who is coming off his peak, and now they've got all switching to English and all of these other factors. But it's sort of for these players to tell that story. Like kind of said with Symbol earlier this year, like he's kind of still in his peak until further notice. You know what I mean? Like because it's been so long, you've got to wait for him to really show that he's super inconsistent. He's really starting to drop off because he's an exceptional player. He's one of a kind.
Blame F taking up the mantle outside again. Frees up Device to just go sit and ramp. But this is the round where Navi are actually fixating in on ramp. We haven't really seen an emphasis on ramp room. It's been outer plays and splits through hell, but Device, no support nearby. They're going to try to pressure him, so he's going to fight to the death here, no doubt. Two players have crossed already. Nobody's cleared him out, and now Buzz is here to help. Device goes back, stops Alexi. A third player right on top.
Oh my God.
And Device left on his own. Dries everybody up. Stale. Navi can't get through. Ime trying his damnedest. Will be flanked by the XM 1014, which doesn't work. Hold up. Blame F on a lurk around through lobby.
Can he read this? Blame is going to be attracted to the bomb for sure, but at the same time, Ime doesn't know where he is, has to make a decision for himself. He's going to play this ultra patient, but you're talking about the king of patience right here, baby. We'll see where the move takes him. Ime can go heaven. He could take it lower if he wants to. Coming back to lobby is probably the least likely of these options, but Blame's just going to get ready to drop vent maybe if he...
Yeah. Looking exactly like that. No smokes, just flashes for Ime, who has already lost a 1v1 in this series back on Ancient against Stare. Now he's playing with the health disadvantage, but at least he's got a slight bit of time to reposition. And that question as to where Blame is at still lingers on his mind.
He's clearing upper still. He actually doesn't know that it's the lower side. Okay.
Now he does.
Yeah, now some noise being made.
But that's going to put Ime on high alert. He's so ready for this duel. It's going to come down to that duel.
He's playing in the sight.
Waiting for the shot. Oh!
Oh, okay.
And he gets it. Blame F, unfortunately, turning over the wrong rocks.
Wow. Was that a 1v3 or 1v4?
1v3.
1v3. But can we just say that Device play was unreal? Like,
phenomenal, yeah.
The fact that like he didn't even consider peeking the left side box knowing his teammate's rotation was coming in from turf right. That's like court vision, right? That's why Device's frags always look boring, because he's never freaking out. And he knew exactly what could be covered. Just trusted his actual teammates.
But Blame's up close. Yeah. Oh, Stare dies, though, in the meantime. Device picking up the slack. It's a quick succession of trade frags that gives Navi man advantage. And outer control theirs as well. Borup with another shotgun. The Hut duel's a arguably fair fight. JL ready for the peak. Takes him down. Now it's all on Buzz to come around with the trophy flank. Is still Navi's just stagnant outside. No rush, no problem. And JL honing in on this peak. So ready for it. And he'll win the duel. 2 kills coming out of JL. This is a rock-solid T-side from Navi now. It's 9-1.
Yeah, it's obviously a little closer than it appears. Like we won in the pistol in the 5v4 retake, though he played that extremely well, we'll say.
Yeah, all the X factor definitely is Navi's so far. And at this point, T-side could be very well too far gone. Which, again, just shout out to the analyst desk. They talked about it, the fact that the map pool here could just instantly turn this best of 3 series to the 3rd map decider. And that's kind of what we're getting. Even with those closer rounds. Navi overshadowing Astralis on map 2. Bit flies off the ladder, no problem. Blame F is dead. And Device stuck downstairs.
And Bit looked pretty good on Ancient, too. Like, aim-wise, looked pretty comfortable. That's nice.
Didn't have a lot of kills, but, you know, Navi also did get owned.
Yeah.
So, unlucky.
Device won on 1v5 with the Deagle once. I think it was on Overpass, though.
Once upon a time. My favorite Device clip will forever be the USP.
Versus NRG at the major?
Just like that. You know? The soul of NACS it's been through a lot.
Yeah.
It's been through a lot.
That's why we're so mature.
Yeah, right. (10-1) Navi. Map 3, of course, Overpass. Assuming Astralis don't make the greatest comeback of the 2023 season so far. Got a parting gift for Alexi, whose individual level has cooled off on the second map, but success has skyrocketed, so make of that what you will.
That's one big upside to Alexi.
Again, JT. Sorry, guys, that got very specific. My bad.
Nothing wrong with being specific. Just
Personally,
Snappy and Glaive. And,
yeah.
yeah.
I feel like you can put Hampus kind of in like the Alexi B pot,
Yeah.
but maybe even more inconsistent. Emis found his contact through Mini, but dies. It's a gun round, and it's a 5v4 for Astralis. Their silver linings have been far and few between. This could be one of those, but Stair's gun's about to be empty. 5 bullets left. That reload could be when Navi pounce on A, but with an op behind them, that pressure coming through from Trophy, looking to lead Astralis to a second round win. Alexi B's got other ideas. Doesn't that vent look tempting? Ooh, you've got the bomb, and now you start to wrap around Hut. You've got 2 CTs left to find, but they're both on the flank. You know about Device. The second, though, still an unknown entity.
Yeah, they're getting vent cut off now.
Nobody's watching this squeaky flank yet, and that timing's going to work out perfectly for Borup. Sprays down 2 with the double headshot, and Astralis close their second.
They're obviously missing a little information, but I think you're right. Like, vent was a really good option, and maybe they should have at least held on to it while they planted another. I feel like it's not going to be the last of the half. They've definitely had some very close situations and some good rounds overall. Map control wise, they're doing a good job in ramp. But Navi are fragging.
And Stair no longer is. You brought that up at the start of this map, that statistically, one of his poorer maps.
Yeah.
Obviously, with a lights-out performance on Ancient, Astralis were hoping he'd do it back-to-back. Not the case so far. We'll see if he cranks it up as Astralis do indeed get aggressive, and Blame F collects a couple kills base of Silo.
Wow, you could really see that Emma tried to rush the clear because the flash came out, which that's something where communication could have been an issue. He's playing an electronics role outside as the outside clear, but that was also his role on Gamer Legion, so natural place for him to be.
Astralis not giving them anything. Stair stays tucked vent. Blame gonna get smoked off. Flash finds the corner player. Borup looking for the contact to draw attention away. Stair, ooh, peeks preemptively. And Alexi, that potential right there. Double headshot to draw it back. Blame F catching him through the smoke though. How's that go down? Buzz catches one through Hut. And suddenly, when it looked like Navi had a bounce back within round 13, it's left simple in a clutch. Very much outnumbered. But putting together the picture, if only he had more health to work with. If only there wasn't a player sat inside of Hut ready to gun him down. Buzz collects 2.
Damn, so much of that comes down to Blame F getting a timing shot through us in new positions.
Will Simple play Vertigo? That is the question. Not today, he won't.
It's a good question,
Right?
but I don't think so.
Ooh, Hot. Ema down to half health. Gap on the smoke. Ooh, Blame thought he could push through. No chance. And that is the aggression that cost Ema half his health. So, works out for him. Another body spotted here for Device, but he wanted to make sure they don't wrap around main. Simple's still just sitting on the other side of it. Teammate up close is Borup. There's definitely a chance for Device to shave 1 or 2 players off this round to turn it back into Astralis' favor as they shoot for 5 rounds. Best case scenario. Instant kill from Borup. Needed that. And a back turn from Alexi. That drops the bomb, folks.
That's the bomb running back towards lobby, of course. Device made a huge rotation here.
But Bit waits.
Oh,
Just sitting on the angle.
getting some great kills, but
Stare catching the trade frag. Buzz looks to take the same position.
we got all the young guys here in a 2v2.
Man, Ime coming down through the tunnels, back up into vent. This is that crux. Just got to get out. Then your aim returns to you.
CT's not watching the bomb, but the T's don't know that.
Buzz more concerned about the ramp flank. The time has been ticking for so long at this point. And Ime is actually just looking for the fights, not even prioritizing bomb just yet. Now he jumps for it. This could activate Buzz. Sure enough, JL. Now he has to sprint over and grab it, get back to that bomb site, knowing that the player in heaven will have an angle on him, so gun out, and he loses the duel. Stare from heaven.
I don't know what's going on with him, but he is playing upper, so there's an argument for it.
It's inflation, man.
Yeah.
It's hitting hard. Not to mention Danish taxes.
Yeah.
Surprised they start with USPs. Shotgun out and ready. Final round of the half. Let's see the pop here set up by Navi. We've got an op over towards vent. This could be a round for the shotty. Yeah, sure enough. Headshot to Bit, but Ime brings it back with a double. And Device still sitting behind vent, cuts them down. Alexi knows where he's at. It's a tough peek to go for, but he baits out the shot, swings it wide, and takes his head off, trying to keep this one alive. Blame F peeks main at the right moment to close out this CT side with the minimum 5 rounds to work with. Killer T half themselves.
Yeah, and you know, I think if Astralis were going to win this before, it would have definitely been on CT side, so this will be very tough.
Bit. Headshot on Device on the fallback. Controlling it well, slowing it down. Alexi's in position too. They're going to try to fight this back, but Bit is a nuisance. It's Borup, so far the only one out of the T's to get a kill here. JL pressure from single, can't stop plant. And that ramp flank, ooh, it's getting into position now. The double door player cleared off. Flame F with the plant, but nothing more than that. It is 11 to Navi right away.
Yeah, the plant's nice, but Navi infamously have had like average T sides and a fantastic CT. I think everyone's going to be very, very comfortable.
Image. Gonna make Ime's job that much harder now as he looks to be one of multiple A players. No rush out of the gate. Astralis settling into their pace. Device gonna have to catch Bit with timing here as he just jiggles with the nade out. It's enough to elicit the frag. No real issue there. Buzz takes up the front line. Support comes through by Simple. It's a push out. It's a bomb down. It's a double kill out of Simple. But unfortunately for him, Bit offers up nothing.
Got a player low on each side.
Yeah, looking fair enough. But we've already got 2 players down on B, so a pretty quick scramble out of Navi to get downstairs.
Yeah,
Smoke on control
We're
room.
not going B.
Gap.
Oh, there's a gap on that smoke.
Substantial one as well.
It just holds Alexi. It's a little awkward for him. I mean, it holds him in place until, of course, that smoke expires. But the T's have not actually made a decision yet, so...
He gives up holding the angle because he's worried about the split.
What if they threw that smoke on purpose? Well, they would have got what they wanted.
Eesh, they run through, and he's able to end Borup pretty quickly. Pressure out of the stairs. Yes, Stare himself hits the headshot. JL, still no bomb plant. He gets baited into the peak. Blame F comes off of it. And remember, Ime low health from early on, that main spam. Bomb is in. Flank could connect. He's going to have to catch one off guard with such little health to work with.
He's already saving now, right?
Yeah,
Like 18
surely.
health. He had
Can't get Blame F out of there.
one chance to get that kill. 22 health for Blame F, but Ime cannot fight any longer. And is there even a better gun for him to grab? We don't know.
M4A4.
Okay, that's good. So Astralis win that one. JL kind of rushes the situation a little bit, and also doesn't seem to know exactly where the bomb's planted. It was just on the opposite side of the door. But Blame had already gotten off the bomb. Like, he was ready for that door to swing open. So outplayed in 2 different ways.
And the force buy off the bomb plant works out.
Lee said that every missmoke is on purpose at the pro level.
Yep.
Which is definitely not true, but
It's a great way to cover your tracks.
yes. But, you know, that missmoked was bad information for Navi as they went for the reaggression, so.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Bora contested through Squeaky. Nice deep flash, but Buzz gets a little lucky. And the headshot connects. JL's Deagle slips through. AK to be grabbed. Off of the spam, the damage from Bit. And Ime actually works out. And Simple has slid forward, but a missed shot. And Stare's going to clean him out a credit card. JL working with 7 HP, had that lobby control, but can't manage to hold on to it as Blame F ends him and Alexi stuck 1v3.
Yeah, and where are they both spotted going down? That's the question. We'll see. It's the bomb actually worried now. So wrap it all the way around slowly. And it doesn't look like they know where Alexi is, so let's see. He's in a good cover-all option position.
Eventually, they will cross his path.
But it is quite a normal position for CTs to be in these late round situations. So first kill's in.
Nice start. He knows they're both there. Oh, Alexi! All 3! As he snips one off of heaven and presses out through main.
And that's not his first clutch enough. And that's no money here for Astralis.
That's a big one. Yeah, that kills any hope of Astralis bringing back this map as fast as possible.
And it's good to see everyone on Navi this map contributing.
Yeah. Alexi B.
Oh, could be a game-winning 1v3, you know?
Glock train setting itself up inside of lobby.
Uh-oh.
JL turned away. Again, it's Glocks. We can't get too crazy. And still 2 frags out of Astralis. Bomb pick back up. MP9 with it. Heaven players extending. But the main peak will end all this. Yeah, get it done. It's 13 to the CTs.
Okay, so bit of a reset. I don't know. After that 1v3 from Alexi, what's the money look like here from Astralis? Well, the Glock save, you could assume they're going to try to buy. No half investment whatsoever. It should be completely destroyed, so it's going to be a hard climb on the T side. I'm still curious, like, how many rounds they can get. It does feel like, you know, certainly feels like Navi are simply going to close this now, but with this being a debut, with both these rosters making all these moves, I want to see every round possible. And every map possible, for that matter.
JL up top. Doesn't need to see him. Split out from Squeaky, also shut down. This one's looking real smooth for the defense. It's a USP swap that allows to feel like you don't ever see him not smiling, always kind of goofing around.
Yeah.
I think Navi's teammates need that when you're just inherently having a good day by default. It's a nice energy to have on Navi. Alexi with a chance to farm some stats. Oh, wow. Or not. Or not. Or Stare's gonna deagle your brains out. Scooped him out like a pumpkin. Simple can't manage either because Stare from the deagle to the AK, 2 frags now. Ime takes damage, so they know there's one close main. And they're gonna give Stare a chance to shine. Good damage versus Bit, but he loses his duel. And this should be Navi queuing in that 15th. So they'll have 9 map points to extend this series to Overpass.
You're going to have to cast that. Think about that.
Overpass?
Not necessarily.
I'm down. Again, I want to see as much. That's the beauty of the groups. We kind of just sit here and collect data.
Yeah, so we can overreact.
Yep.
Pass judgment about roster moves
Make
that we've
early
given no
conclusions.
time at all to. Yeah,
Yes.
that's the most fun part.
Call for more roster changes
Yeah,
before they've
exactly.
even had a week to play. You know, a better performance than what we got on Ancient. You'd love to see it for Navi's sake.
Uh-oh.
But she ain't over yet. And Alexi barely alive.
I think they might be unsure about lower now. No one fighting outside. It's actually been Navi who have been playing heavier upper, heavier rotations, and Astalis really haven't been trying to get the secret control too much. So it makes sense, matching their pace.
Simple wants eyes outside, stare. Yeah, gets caught on the smoke push.
Well, actually, literally 1 health.
The fact that now all of your outer control, 0 split, it's looking like just ramp emphasis. And we've seen JL and Imed just lock down this bomb site multiple rounds so far on the defense. Why wouldn't it go that way again? Who's going to crack it open, if at all? 30 on the clock. Again, you can drop vent, but you're going to have to pull the hut player off. And they're just going to push this out. Emphasis out from Squeaky. Simple and JL, a kill apiece, and now back site belongs to Navi. Yes, Device does get downstairs, and he's got the bomb, but he's got Bit sitting on his head, and it's a quick stop to close this one. 16-6 from Navi. A clean showing on their map pick, and just reiterating and proving what our analyst desk had to say, that with so little time and no real preparation, map pool still in question, but what each of them wanted to bring.
Navi as a team, this could be very interesting. Now, I think we're going to see, a simple Bit combo inside of the bathrooms. We're going to see a simple Ime combo. We don't know about what spots they're going to get.
And you're gonna have to wait.
Oh, can't wait to find them.
Ooh, you're gonna have to stay tuned. Gonna have to be fully focused, as it is the Danes on the CT side instead. And right now, there's a whole pack of them up inside connector. If you told me Buzz and Device were brothers, I would almost believe you.
I know, they do look.
For the record.
Yeah.
And
When Device said, I see a lot of you and me, he just meant literally.
yeah, it's like, I want Buzz on my team so that I can look at myself half of the time. Ime makes first contact. He is on his own right now outside of Fountain, but we ain't getting crazy. Nobody's getting nuts. This pistol's playing it nice and slow. They've already got some presence outside of Monster
You
with
don't turn
util
it
to
down
heaven.
though, when you're all the way out.
Yeah. You're not going back. Insta-gush out a bit. He can just hone in forward, hit those headshots as he does. Blame F and Borup both just washed away. And poor Buzz added to the tally. So very comfortable bomb plant coming out of Navi on this T side. Stare, the only person who's going to do anything for Astralis in this pistol. And unfortunately for him, he doesn't have the health, nor the kit, nor the chance to go and get that defuse.
Yeah.
Navi take it quickly on the T side.
Yeah, Bit's a player worth watching for sure when it comes to all of his lurks. But in Stairs plays the spot.
From a connector stack to a barren wasteland, Astralis just playing the sites instead. I got some nades and they're holding on to them. Could make things interesting. If you get a gun in the hands of Blame, Stare, or Borup, or even Buzz, things could get saucy. Heaven player drops down. Now you've got no fast rotate to A if needed. Ooh, double dunk. It is Borup blown away. Alexi is the god of grenades. Set by his records.
Yes, his Dust 2, 1/2, CT side, post nade dropping record of over 1,000 damage.
Alexi B was the reason everybody overreacted to being able to drop nades.
Yeah.
He played that half like a few days into the update, and everybody...
Even Kerrigan said it's going to be the most CT-sided map in the pool. He said that about Dust 2.
Yep. And to be fair, there were some nice nade lineups from CT to that A site, but long gone are those times.
Long gone is the map.
Yes. Good riddance. I can't say that in good faith. It was okay.
Bomb has been planted.
I saw during the...
I don't care if they ever bring it back. I don't care.
I don't know. I think we should be able to play it forever. I just don't need it in my competitive map pool. Okay? But you
Yes.
should, every Counter-Strike player, like think about the new
That's the
influx of
take.
players that are going to be joining us for Counter-Strike 2, coming soon, TM. If they don't get to play Dust 2, then they have missed out on an essential Counter-Strike experience.
Yeah, just so you know, the last day of summer is September 22nd.
All right, I can work with that.
So be awake at 11:59, September 22nd.
And
Because
we're-
promises must be kept.
And where's Seattle? What time zone?
Pacific.
Okay.
So
So Euro nerds have to stay
I
up.
think it's 9 hours difference from here.
That is correct. That is correct indeed. Clean conversion. I saw a graph of major maps played at the majors over time throughout the off season. It was a cool, like, you know, updating graphic that slid over time, and it's crazy to see how many maps are actually played on Inferno and Mirage and Dust 2. And now that we've lost one of those core 3 maps, like, I think you can apply a core argument to all 3 of them. I don't want to ever lose Inferno and Mirage. I think 2 of those 3 need to be there. And
Agreed.
5 of the players on the CT side are sick of sitting around. They take it real deep down Fountain with a USP. Borup gets 1, Buzz's Deagle the other, and all that's going to do is turn the rest of Navi towards the B site, which they find clear for the taking.
That's pretty good. 2 guns to upgrade with. They could chill on this as Navi win the rounds. It's a happy trade here for Astralis.
Happy little trades.
Going on Blast TV, overpass to decide who advances to the upper final. You know, I think odds say Navi again after winning that last map. No one really knows with the new rosters that are here. Do you think that Astralis are going to win overpass or no? What do you think?
I think this will be the closest game of the series.
Another good take. I'm down with that.
I think it makes sense that both teams would have prepped for this one. And I like this information you've brought forward that, you know, this is a higher rated map for Stare than the likes of Nuke.
For Stare, for Ima, yeah, for Ime.
So bomb pops, 3 alive, double AK save. You know, a little bonus here for the Denmark, for the Danish team.
I just thought of something funny that happened the other day.
You want to share with the class or keep it to yourself? Cool, bro.
I peed my pants.
Not surprising. You are getting old after all. That happens.
Incontinence catches us all. Not a great map for JL.
Okay.
Overpass.
Well, keep our eyes on him then. But it's guns up for the defense and an op for Device. This is what we want to see on Overpass for Astralis. Device opping all over the place as he kicks it off. Short B. Doesn't feel like this is always where ops begin a CT side. We'll see if that catches Simple out, but he's just waiting for a jump spot. 2 patient oppers. Only 1 can walk away. And Device kills Bit. Now that's with 2 riflemen inside the water. Ooh, JL.
It's actually simple to take Buzz out.
Chance at a second there, but
Now there might be a little bit of freedom of rotation. I don't know. Blame doesn't decide to get close. Interesting here. Let's see about the pre-aim. Oh, the angle's great for Blame F, and now he's free to take over long control.
and Device behind Dicebox. Good chance. Blame extends out long. It's being held, so Simple will pick that one up. Just drawing it back ever so slightly. Corner position taken up by Alexi B. Device wants to go hunting, but also can't really afford to stay exposed to getting counterpicked, and a missed shot from Device.
Oh, and he's not even scared of long where Simple just was.
He's got support from Stare, who does drop the bomb indeed. Simple 1v3, 20 seconds. Ah, not this time. Device continues to keep that head-to-head in his favor between the 2 ops in the series.
Yeah, his production's been crazy since rejoining Astralis. It's It's not really ever been a red flag moment for Device. And he got past the molly. They don't put it out, so they might not think that he's here, actually. Yeah, oh, they run by. BitKit's a little tagged. Good punishment play there from Device. Blame F looking for an opponent. Ooh. Great headshot.
Damn.
Alexi jumping away.
Nade out.
Ooh.
Blame F. Second time this series, at least, he's been caught with nades. And one of them was in that Alexi B 1v3 on Nuke. So, stop it.
Just start using your brawn more.
Yeah. More brawn, less brains. Reopens the door for Navi in round 5. We saw Astralis' CT side on Nuke get an early round win, only to then be upset, reset, and pushed out with the majority of that half. Doesn't feel like they can afford it again. Ime starts to get closer. Up and in the face of Borup, and a second. Buzz just has his head taken clean off, so it's a double kill entry and 3 frags on the round. One-man army from Romania.
Nasty for Ime. Like, that's where he looked fully comfortable. He knew his entry protocols. He was set up with a great flash. His pre-aims were beautiful. You could definitely tell he was ready right there. So what more can you ask for? Both players in the site blinds. Full confidence on his approach, and Navi maintain a lead.
There's his value. That 3K right there. Keeps only 2 alive on Astralis, wins the round out. Navi can keep the T side going, majority alive. All is good. All is good. Now, had Blame F stayed alive up towards Playground, maybe it's a different story, but here we are with a comfortable amount of money for Astralis. They'll buy right back and try to hold them off. They had it going. They had the first kill. Objective so that their teammates can't save them. And the whole time, they can scream at you. And they do.
Man, I thought Counter-Strike was the only game that could kill Counter-Strike. We got to watch out for BattleBit.
Careful, folks. It'll get your blood pumping. In all the best ways. Back into short water, JL. He's going to have a boost to contend with. But it's the off angle. Oh, damn, that's close. JL stops watching it. Stare didn't peek out far enough.
His gun's going to be showing.
Yeah.
Only don't look up.
No way.
This is so crazy because they just passed him. They don't clear this. They're going to see this gun.
He kills Bit first.
Bit is so confused. His teammates are readying a boost right beside them, and somehow that happens.
Man, those rifles could have touched tips.
You know what, though? They're not going to expect
a counter boost.
A counter boost that was actually already in play. Oh my god. No! Alexi B tries to hide, and that gets him killed, and Blame F comes in from behind.
Yeah, this short control has just missed the mark by millimeters and by milliseconds. So many moments here from Navi that could have net them an opening kill.
It's their own fault, though.
Yeah.
Walking in underneath that boost, all they had to do was look up. You know?
Sing all 5 players up. Economy grows, door is busted off the hinges. It is no longer a Navi T-side dominance. It's rather a question mark, because Tech 9 on Alexi, Deagle for Ime, and JL, no opening on short this round. Device is going to go hunting. Big game hunting. Looking for elephants, rhinos, or simple.
Goats.
Maybe a giraffe or 2. JL from outside of the B site in the water to the bottom of connector on his own. Everybody else for Navi working closer to the A site. And these bathroom players, they've got Device locked in. He tries to go for the peak, but didn't expect Bit to be so close. Now, double CT setup behind Optimus. And they're just going to try to tether off each other. Stare blinded. Blame, he comes through with the trade frag, but the dice box wraparound out of Bit. It's an additional kill from Bit. A critical one at that.
Wow.
And a third headshot out of him. 6 and 3. Navi take the A site.
Yeah, you brought it up. Not a lot of kills on Ancient in the first map, but since then, Bit has really steadily just been showing off how crispy he is playing today. It's been only headshots, I'd say, for the most part.
Fair.
You know? You just kind of think everybody would benefit from it. So, well, let's see if that's going to be the case. Device missed a couple of shots last round. Here's some revenge.
And he's got Blame in his usual spot. We've had this exact duel between Ime and Blame F when he got caught with the smoke.
Oh,
Now he's heard the footsteps, though,
yeah, he's running, so...
Looking for sweet revenge. Oh, but Ime slides down beneath him.
Ime runs up. Blame F hears it, and he still wins that duel.
Crazy. Bomb gets picked up by Alexi. He drops it down into connector. They've sat outside of the B site with water as JL holds Monster 2. And they've got lots of options here, Navi. With uncertainty trickling into the minds of Astralis, they peel away from the site and just throw up a boost instead. Looking to play it safe and hold on for a retake. Where they do at least have one smoke. They do have a single kit for Buzz. And that flash, if anybody shot there or here, then they'd know. But the T's, sure enough, are affected by those flashbangs and come out. It's just little health left for Buzz. So JL easy double. Famas can only hold off against one. And Device too far removed to stop it. It is Navi right back to winning ways.
Did they confirm? I don't know if they confirmed some info. Maybe it was Device up top saying, no way, it's too late for them to be working on A control. So they start flashing Monster, but they don't get into good positions in time. Overlapping each other, JL, 2 headshots dished out, and Navi continue to win. So we've got another game where the first half is close situations, where Navi are the ones who continuously come up hot, and this is overpass. You know, you really do need to rely on a CT side sometimes. So Astralis' chance is thinning.
We had that little back and forth for 5 rounds, but this is 2 straight for Navi. That op is going to be instrumental if Astralis are going to cause any kind of ruckus in the next round. Them wanted it. A little hype. A nice opening. I thought it was pretty curious during the off time to have that interview with Simple where he said that, you know, he didn't discuss having Alexi B join the team, that he wasn't really a part of that, you know, building phase. I always assumed Simple would get say, but according to him, decisions made above his head.
It didn't say that he didn't get say.
Or he just didn't discuss the Alexi hire?
Yeah, that's what he said, right?
All right. You're telling me he hand-selected Ime and JL?
Doesn't necessarily mean that either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, what? Wow, that's a nice pre-aim, man.
And why not? I mean, this is a very quiet round coming out of Navi, even though they've got all the guns advantage. And now Stare is going to be a real threat behind them. Doesn't have Kevlar, but remember, it's all about Device. It was always supposed to be about Device. And now that they've found that op, Simple repeaks. It just swings wide. And it works. Molly on the dice box.
Now, Stare has left
Borup's holding on.
Lacan. He left a long time ago. I don't know if JL listened and heard him, so he's going to lead in the attack in a beat. Oh, and the perfect pre-aim himself.
Very nice.
That's a huge opener.
Clean as can be. Op gets grabbed towards A, but no further defense on this side of the map. Navi doing a good job of getting away from that op, chasing down the unarmored Stare, and leaning on JL for another successful B hit. Get him out. 7-2.
Passing judgment on Navi after map 1, it was obvious, you know, 5 roster moves. But coming into map 3, it's hard now to jump to conclusions.
Yeah, man. After that first map, I could hear the pitchforks getting sharpened. Alexi was already looking over his shoulder. Blade vigorously taking notes. Now they've stabilized and kept Astralis out of... Whoa! Good job. If they nerf movement in Source 2, I'm
To
retired.
say, like, they are trying to...
Of course.
Yeah, they're trying to make it feel like CSGO, which is great.
Oh, I have
and they
faith.
have been in making it better. They fixed the crouching. Anyways,
Gun round.
gun rounds.
Big ups. Simple looked good on the AK as he bested Device on that A site. Now he's got his op, and we've seen Device floating around long A, so it makes sense to post it here. Simple wasn't getting his picks on the jump up down bottom connector, but Device instead takes an angle from Party, which is just different enough to maybe catch Simple off guard, because usually it's Blame holding that exact same spot. Instead, Blame plays behind Fountain. Big man, still able to hide behind this.
It's got to think skinny.
Ime's been getting the best of him. This time, Blame F gets a little revenge. And there's nobody else here, as there usually isn't. That solo Ime play outside of Fountain, this time cleaned up by Astralis. Nade could be big. Yeah. Alexi down by a third. Stare waiting for the connector play, where Bit, sure enough, still is. We'll get aggressive. Buzz and Borup, they've done something similar before. This one's clean. Oh, and Bit, he just turned away, but Alexi tried to recover and can't. 3 kills, simultaneous, coming out of Astralis to take a little wind out of Navi's sails.
I really do appreciate when they get uncomfortable, they move. You know, they move and they move together. They're really good at taking back map control on CT sides and crushing the map in a very careful way. They could have played that opening advantage of just getting Emmett down with Blame F, but that won't necessarily always win you the round. So now it's just Simple holding on to the op. There's certainly a way back into this game, and like on a day as special as today, who knows what can happen on your...
That's the closest they ever got.
That happened in real life.
Yeah, the Hiko Simple bromance. For those of you who have only joined us in the last few years, we're not kidding.
No.
Wallbang. Oh, ooh, Simple doesn't shoot back just yet. Blame retreats out of connector. Device. Free shot. Headshot to... Whoa, what? Bit still crossed.
Oh my god, does that molly spread enough?
It should.
No.
No. No, he's found it. He's got himself a corner. Standing on the paint cans.
Worth a shot. For now, he's got it locked in. I think Device needs someone to watch his lower angle. Oh, they're trying another one.
Yeah. They'll flush him out. One way or another. They'll get him out.
That was sort of resource intensive, and now at least Bit will have to respond with his own smoke.
And it gives Device a deeper angle. There's still that threat of JL outside Monster. Device trying to stay on top of that. But even the way Device is clearing it, he's checking right side pipe.
Device is so good at finding an advantage. Oh,
Missed chance.
pushing it.
Oh, but JL stands out in the open and Borup gets the better of him. Device tracks Bit as he jumps over, but really it's just fed as fodder for Simple's op trade. Ime does catch another kill outside bathrooms. Now Simple and Ime working together in a 2 versus 4 with 1 kill already. You know, this was touted to be the biggest stars of this roster, so let's see it. The first time that they have been in a 2vx, and 15 seconds to make it happen. There's another entry. They're gonna have to clear long, and they do!
Oh, he's fast.
Ime with time to plant. Borup flanks. It's covered by Simple. Taps away the little that's left of the Romanian, and Simple's repositioned back around the dice. He could lock in this clutch. Borup, this is a chance to shine.
Oh, he thinks he crossed to long.
Yeah, already making a mistake here in the read. They got to put an end to this success.
At least they get to put up the buy again. It's a shame for Device. More than once in this series, he's had a pretty massive round that's just been turned over.
They threw a lot at him to get him off that short B play. Bit just throwing himself around in connector to set up Simple. Ime kept the door open on A. He's looking to do it again.
players still holding off on short. Nobody outside Monster. JL's been over there doing his thing from time to time, but they've already gotten pretty close to this A site. No long control here for Astralis either. Flash activates one. Ime now knows that there's a player right next to him. Blame F on the fallback, making all the noise in the world. Ooh, had a chance to get something, but nothing. Instead, it is a 5v5 20-second hit on A. And Ime's getting dangerously close to just catching them all off guard. He's going to pounce out, blinded, and so dead. Blame F. It's just the double spray down. Stair can try to press his luck as he comes out through smoke. Gets held. Alexi into the kill feed. Now positive with that double. And Buzz just stuck inside the smoke. Simple keeps eyes on it. And he's going to catch Alexi off guard. But Simple in this corner should find the return frag. Oh no, poor kid.
Oh my god.
Oh, Simple's playing with him, knows he's gonna come out of bank, just tracks it wonderfully.
Waits to get the op too.
That.
Hey, he's kind of been a very aggressive A lurker where you normally see on overpass B lurks be the thing. The guy who leads into Monster, the Axile, the Robs, whatever it is. But in this roster right now, and they're just giving him the keys. They said, you know, A is your canvas. And it's pretty big. There's a lot of ways that you can die. There's a lot of ways that you can get opt. But it's not like he has been dying. He's been winning over Blame F. He's been getting to the site. He's getting nothing but headshots, just like you did on Gamer Legion. It's making this very interesting to watch.
Good flash. Two players completely blind. Pistols, not looking like enough. That was a great chance, though.
Mm-hmm. I think they threw their own flash, so.
Playmaps running down. There's a 2v2 to happen here on the B site. Before the rest of the team gets in position, I'm not trying to sell you snake oil, but there's a small chance.
Oh, here's the bomb. Bit's got to go.
Device? Nah, he'll get caught by...
No, he won't.
The barrel! Oh, okay.
Okay, there he gets shot from both sides.
All good. That's 10. 10 on an overpass T side. Statistically, the most CT-sided map in our pool over the last X amount of time. And so...
Sometimes it's like the only map they can win, so there's that. But it doesn't really matter for all these teams. No one feels confident in their whole map pool, even beyond their ban. And there's certainly going to be some bans that change, as you brought up. Like, you know, is this the day that Simple starts playing Vertigo? I think probably not, but, you know, it's not out of the question for sure. So at least with this, you know, being 2-1, we'll see who wins. We can't jump to conclusions just yet. Good and bad things to say.
Goes for the wall bang.
Yeah, decent 1-for-1 here for JL. I mean, he knows one's jump spotting and B so that they can take speed potentially towards A. They don't know where the op is, however. And it wouldn't have been the guy jump spotting. Oh,
It can't finish it.
He made a meal of that one.
Just gonna stay focused top stairs. This could be Ime walking into his death.
No, he does not die to Blame F.
But you know what? He deserved that. Oh, how many times has Ime had an M4 and died to the AK headshot after getting a headshot of his own? Here, it goes back the other way. He's swinging. And so is Simple. Instant pop of device. All that's remaining here is Stairs, 24 HP. And he's on the wrong side of the map to stop this one. Alexi's going to go deep. 11 rounds for Navi.
Yeah.
I mean, Astralis have not been able to touch their opponents since map 1.
We're looking a lot more warm now, so... Damn. But yeah, you know, Blame F, he just racks up numbers CT overpass, right? And this whole half, he's dying to like one lurker in Ime. And here he's playing in the Stairs. He has a great angle to take the fight. He's still not winning the duel. Well, it looks like Stairs going to come in for this. I don't know what his odds are. Now they're 0.
He's gone.
Simple gets away, 10 HP.
Opt for device in the last round of the half. Astralis, 4 rounds best case scenario. Not what they were looking for at the start of this 15. Navi just staying on top of them. wind jump into this one. Very nice indeed. Low utility, lesser weaponry. It's not the way Astralis wanted to finish this half.
Oh my god. He just freaks out. He gets tagged. That timing is insane.
Horror game moment.
The one angle.
Can Device keeps things swinging? No.
Ooh, we've
No
got a
quick
few
scope.
times just to rifles, actually.
Yeah, yeah.
With that full op in play,
His headshots out of the AKs are clean.
wandering around the A site.
And nothing else today. Where Ime's just been having a field day. The pressure he's been applying to this bomb site has been
doing
slipping
great.
past the defense multiple rounds, and this one included. Saw a rotator come up, but he wants to go give a bit of attention up towards bathrooms. Makes sense with that having been smoked. So that's half of the remaining players figured out. And Alexi B calling for this B hit to close out the half. Can they hold them back? The rotates in position in time. Bit starts to get aggressive, running it forward, making a ton of sound. Instantly kills Borup, Buzz, and Blame F. All down in an instant. And Stare will catch them by surprise. Alexi is going to finish off the plant. His support comes running forward. If it's not a 1v4, then it's 12 to Navi's T side. And that's looking very likely. They've got him out in the open, damage being done both directions. And it is Navi with a T-half to be proud of. They will finish this one on fire. They will keep that streak very much alive, and they'll set this one Astralis.
Yeah, true.
Simple's gonna take it in the pistol though, already fighting Fountain. His support's coming in from long. And the T's double back to deal with that, but Device dead in an instant. So Blame and Stare 2v4. To try and do what Simple and Ime were able to do themselves. Flash is good, bomb is grabbed. And they stick around here. The fight's going their way, in fact.
A little bit. Still 3v2 for the second.
Thinning it out until JL has decided enough is enough. Blame F, 2 more to go. He's got Bit getting ever closer. That's going to catch him off guard. Oh, or not. You've given Blame a chance. You're coming down bathroom. Oh! 2 shots in a 1v2 for Blame to give them pistol.
Pulled up and waited. And Alexi was like, I got to catch him before he goes downstairs because then my problems multiply.
Oh, baby.
Falls right into his arms.
Each of them get 1 tapped.
That's a nice clutch. Hey, let's make a map of it, huh? Let's see what we can do now. I mean, still dire straits here for Astralis, but...
He's got fists next to it, but he's suppressing himself.
yeah, he's so full of energy.
It's hard for the hype man to not always be hype. Navi played the B stack early. Pulling back slightly. Astralis get closer. This is a losable round with 2 smokes. One of which just got put down on Monster. 5-7. Instant headshot. Nice to start, but with Heaven smoked off, should be a comfortable plant. Everybody else from Navi scrambled down. MP7 in. MP7 down. Simple scout looking clean. Does he switch to the MP7? It is his bread and butter. Tries to track the player's sight.
Someone else can grab it at least.
No kit.
The pistol's coming in.
The rest of them keep playing their pistols. Yeah, it's the time here that's working against them as well. They just have to flood up the ramp. Alexi B offers something more. Ooh, a second, but it's the player in the smoke that'll catch them both.
my
A
God.
knife was out. Borup almost stabbed. Things getting zany inside that B site.
Was there enough time on the...
Not without a kit.
No, okay.
Surely not.
He was doing it for the money.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Costly, though.
I want this game to get as ugly as possible.
As in a competitive way, or as in like a messy...
Down for I'm down for like the Magisk level shit talk. I'm down for the 16-14.
Okay.
I'm down. I want everything.
I thought you meant like pimp shows up kind of ugly.
You did pay the pimp.
I did have to pay him today.
You don't want to get smacked. The safety setup. Same place, same time.
And well timed on that swing. Good dink as
Whoa,
well.
how's that a dink?
Little P250 kill on the fadeaway, but can't get it over. Close, but no cigar.
The bomb is actually crossed into awkward territory because they're walking out monster right now. The CTs are pushing in. Kill goes back both ways. Alexi not found. And we've got a player inside of B, so Blame can go and search this out. Alexi doesn't know what's happening. But this would be the one play I think that gives Astralis the easiest way to win. Let's see where... Oh, no, he's going back this way. Oh, my God. Borup ready for it. Ready for everything, okay?
Hop on device out the gate, setting up grenades so that Buzz can take short control. Boost gets dismantled. Buzz doesn't press his luck and take it on his own just yet. We've got connector control coming through from Astralis. Eyes on Monster for Navi. From T side to CT side, Ime just playing that A site on his own. Simple's coming up to join him, and that's our answer. It's Simple and Ime on A site.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's going to be bid over on B. That is, that's giving Ime the space that he wants. And, you know, the thing is that, like, Simple and Bit could speak their native tongue on the A site if they played together, which is something. But, Simple will cut down the bottom of the totem pole. That's Borup out. Simple's low. Ime's up to the plate.
Oh, good trade.
A good enough situation here for Navi. Simple's still alive.
Barely standing. His device did hit his shot, just didn't kill him. Simple will play safer angles at the 30-second mark. Bomb gets grabbed. It's going to join them down. Ooh, and Device peeks in as Simple's holding that angle.
Wow.
Now, we've still got Alexi in the corner, but the flashes make it uncomfortable. They line up, and Device again. Back-to-back, up headshots.
Wait, who's behind him?
Flank comes through. Bit doesn't stop the bomb plant, though. Incendiary sent forward could flush Buzz right back into that crosshair, and Bit's looking for him. Blame F nearly dead already. This could be a great moment for Bit to shine. And Buzz is stuck in cover. Bit damn well knows it. He's got the time. He's walking up. No kit for the play. Blame gives him that gap, and Buzz denies it. Astralis will push their way through A, thanks to Device on the op.
He squeezed water from Stone there. That was insane.
Mostly pistols here for Navi. Ime has stairs.
Oh, no.
Awkward.
Ooh, he definitely could have shot sooner.
Very awkward.
It's just a mix buy, of course, but...
Alexi gets some damage in.
To be honest, if you got that kill with an upgraded gun and full A control, and all they had to worry about was stairs, it does get very scary for Astralis. But they survive. That's an interesting decision, I'd say, to phase this, considering they're almost certainly here, but...
Oh, for the timing. Ooh, Device. We'll get there with the Tech 9.
Plays far back enough.
The B side crumbles. Under the pressure of Blame F size 14s. Oh, he's European, so it's actually like size like 58 or something. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know what the...
Weird size scaling over here. North Americans get me.
Yeah.
And only 4 away from tying us up.
Ooh, that's a clean one from Device. And Ime out early is massive, obviously. We saw the damage that he did on T side. Surely he was going to terrorize CT as well. So now Navi will move into other options. Double push on short. Buzz, he's waiting for it. There's a flash for him to assist this push. It's an instant headshot on JL. They can anticipate a second guy up here, but will they know there's one con? Oh, a smart move as Astralis just decided to take Monster straight away.
Great call from Blame. And Bit. Oh, okay, give it a chance versus Buzz. But Buzz just on skates slides by.
This game is changing up now.
Uh-huh.
Up to 9.
You want to say it?
Has been planted.
Say...
Okay, Tom. Bite your tongue. We'll wait.
I mean, Astralis will Does that make sense, or did I just cut out?
Sure. And also, there's a good chance that they...
Are you crazy? That's not going to happen.
Well, if... Then certainly.
You may have a point.
I thought so. Alexi B hanging on. They're coming for you. Buzz wants blood. And he'll taste it.
Terrorists win.
There's 9. 6 in a row. Okay, a T-side comeback on overpass seems crazy. But this is Counter-Strike. Round by round.
Wait around to play with a better gun. It looks like Borup is going to become the stairs lurker here on T side.
Trying to set up one of the 2 rifles still here for Navi. Alexi's going to get the duel, but no, Buzz has looked good in these last few rounds. It is headshots in abundance. Whether that's inside of the B water or waiting for the very same peak to come his way. Bit could extend for the AK, but odds are it's watched. And it has been this whole entire time. It's an all-in B stack from Navi. All they've got left to work with. And Astalis are knocking on this door. Buzz is trying to lead the charge. Simple slides the M4 down into the water. He holds off with a single kill. The short hold is good. Ime 1v4. An AK to be grabbed as he knows that there is still a commitment coming to the B site, but he gets lost in the water. The swampy mush just bogs him down.
They couldn't find that AK.
4 of them out of the gate on B. And Buzz is just going to charge in. But there it is. Clean opening from Navi. They stuff the aggression from Astalis, who maybe bite off more than they can handle. Right out of the gate, they thought they could pounce on that B site. But as said, 4 players there and ready.
Yeah, there was some collateral damage with that device flash as both T's running in. Got blind. Ime controlling the spray.
Yeah.
Doing a great job.
Very nice.
Making sure this round isn't up for debate. Blame F, last one up. Wanted to call it a tempo change right here and then. I think Navi's setup was actually such a perfect answer for the kind of call Blame F could make. We saw Blame F on T-side Ancient do a similar thing. You know, spend 3 or 4 rounds slowing things down into a full-on B ramp hit, and that got shut out by Navi. So I think they could smell it coming. And it seems like maybe the utility was missed. Sometimes, again, hard to point fingers. Was it the guys who ran in that were on a bad timing, or was it a flash in the wrong place? Growing pains here, of course, are expected.
Kinds of pains you can afford, usually, but not when you're down 12-3. Out of the first half, it's tough.
Yeah.
And Blame...
This would be nice for Blame, because they have money, it would be nice for Blame to get kills, because...
Right there.
It's I think it's worth a search, because it kind of puts Navi in a position to like sort of instantly lose if they get close enough. But instead, it's a 4 alive round. Not enough efficacy on the flash besides, again, hitting only the Astralis players running in.
Yeah, cutting off one side of that split with the short control, thanks to Simple, just made holding off Monster that much easier. Could things have gotten zany had Ime not held off in bathrooms? Yeah. But he did his job, as he has throughout this 3rd map, looking good. 20 and 17, still top fragging for Navi. And Astralis will settle into something a little slower than the last round. Three inside of the bathrooms for the defense. 4 on the other end. Had a smoke grenade to create ooh, oh, Simple.
Hit him.
Still hit that.
Damn. 55 health.
Could have been a death had Buzz came around the corner a second sooner.
Oh, Alexi B can have a lot of pressure put on him in a second. Ime's here, but the flash is great. Oh, JL gets the shot.
From behind, a double.
Oh, they just flashed through a triple bathroom setup.
Yeah.
Got shit on.
Crazy game. JL gives cover when Ima absolutely needs it. And Borup's looking to somehow draw this one back, but so many positions preoccupied by the CT side. And now the bomb belongs to them on top of it all. Money's in question for Astralis. Navi to take 14 just when you thought this comeback was happening. Navi get what they need.
Well,
Stuff the B rush. But I mean, the calls here, you know, straight out B rush in the previous
calls
round
are-
and then
they've
trying
got
to
the
get through
perfect read.
smoke. Yeah.
they've got the perfect read on the opener, so both places Astralis want to go. The rush from Blame F right before that, it's been Alexi to be correct exactly about what Astralis want to try to do inside of Blame F's head. And that's granted them some easy kills. You know, I think that's the point right here. So the tides shift.
So 2 away from the win now. Navi just going to forget about these early CT-sided woes if they can close it here and now. Put an end to Astralis on 10. Alexi down inside a connector. It's him versus Borup. And he knows, oh, Borup almost punished for half clearing that, but he'll get away with his frag nonetheless. So Astralis knocking on the door of this B site again. Device awaits some kind of contact. Met by more smoke.
Give that one more try here. So we're doubled up towards monsters. No flash support coming in from heaven. Nades will be in. There have been some very formidable attacks from the T side. No smoke on monster might be, well, could serve as a little bit of a trick for the T's to peek in before this. We'll see some early flashbangs out, but Bit goes down.
JL holding his own.
Well, this is an important chance here for Astralis.
Yeah, arguably one of their last. If all of this gets cleared out, it's a force buy to try and keep their hopes alive of an opening win. JL, I like it, presses outwards. There was just a T right here. This should for sure catch Device off guard.
You can't read that he's here this
No
late
way.
into the round. Yeah.
No way at all. So now you've cut off one side of the hit, and Simple looks to close it. Device is going to play. Throws the Hail Mary out. Burns one out of the corner. He's piecing this together.
Oh.
JL jumped, and there's a smoke up in heaven. Device, don't you dare. It's Ime to try and clutch again. A smoke and a flash for the T, who look to fall back. But you can see the uncertainty as to where the last one's at. Ime was last spotted in connector, and Device just missed timing on the heaven peak. Now the CT's working his way out, and Device is working his way back. But he can't wrap back towards short. He has to hold this line. Time ticking, no kit. Device, all three! Shuts them down from one side of the site to the other.
And he decided to stay in the ring. That's a beautiful play. And the way that he had confidence swinging out 1v3. And that's actually 2 1v3s now to pair with Blame F's 1v3 on the pistol.
Ooh. Borup's Mac 10. 3 1v3s. We're talking the series and want to include Ime's. Right now, those other 2 keeping Astralis alive and kicking, keeping Navi off. That all too important 15. Flashed back and without his star rifler support. Simple taking up a more passive angle.
Stare is somebody who hasn't really been a part of the conversation this map. And I gave him a pass on Nuke. It's actually a map he plays a lot and struggles on a lot. Overpass is not one of those maps. Overpass is a map that got him scouted for teams like Astralis that he could normally play very well on, and he had an excellent Ancient, so
Man,
a
Navi
few rounds for him have been bought.
A fully open Stare getting closer in the meantime.
Here's a
Single
chance for him.
rotate back up in Alexi on bank. Stare just caught, exposed to Alexi B. And then the press towards the opposite site is shut down by Bit. It's just the double monster play. It's a slaughter. It is Navi to 15.
Damn, no, that's it. Just like that, after 2 great rounds from Astralis, a quick answer back. It's comfort.
And down to just 1 utility at a minute 40. Ime gets aggressive, wins his duel against Device. There was a chance there for the AK to shine, but instead it'll be picked back up by Blame F. Alexi just looking for info. This feels like Navi shutting down the Astralis T-side comeback. A comeback that should have never happened. Beautiful pistol clutch from Blame F set up the dream. This is going to be heard for sure, and Stare given a fantastic chance to just unravel this site on his own.
He just not overthink that at all. Brought back this situation into their advantage.
Hold on.
There's those aggro lurks that we were looking at.
And I mean, Ime just jumping up and down, assuming Simple's got him covered. Simple loses the duel. And now we've got a post plant.
To be honest, it's braver than it looks for Stair, because
No way.
there could be an op playing from bank that can be waiting for anybody to actually turn the corner. Like, you can jump spot all you want, but you have to be wondering who's supporting the player on signpost. He's not watching long by himself.
Yeah.
And Stair just calls the bluff. 1 HP on this round as he takes down both and essentially keeps Astralis alive. Heroic plays here from different individuals. On Ancient on their T side, I would say it was more about Blame F and the great calls that he had to bring him through, but here on Overpass, it's been a lot of moments from in clutch. There's been so many clutches, first of all. I mean, it does speak to how raw this game is, because post-roster moves, so much to get into in the way of details. It feels like one of the teams like G2, Heroic, or
to feed into that problem, but nope. And maybe that's because he is such a master of time. He's like Jame, you know? He knows exactly how much he's got. Just a couple time wizards.
So how many rounds do we get out of this match? You know? It's getting to that.
Feels like it was supposed to be 16-11.
Yeah.
Last round,
That was a big moment for Stair.
for sure. It sets up Astralis to keep the comeback going. Overtime still definitely a possibility. But it just feels like they're on borrowed time now by the nature of him just catching them off inside sight like that. Felt like, you know, a Navi mistake. 50% at least. And here we have it. Pressure shown A. Still options at 50 seconds.
But Navi wisely keeping Monster Control and Monster smoked, even if they have to give up long.
Oh. Borup wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, a bit of a push-pull here. Ima.
Catches device in the back. Sticks around as well as the util's meant to pressure him. He takes a duel versus Simple, wins that, and dies out to Ime, who, again, is doing what he has to try and stave off this A play. 25 seconds.
Yeah, he could end this game right now, but the monster walkout will take place. Flash comes in, no kills, however.
And nobody shoots, so they don't know. JL looking for the jump up. He's on barrels. Back's turned to him. No trade. And it's a close. As it felt it was always going to be. Navi's international endeavor.